Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. This is Ryan Yokome. I'm a spiritual life and business coach based out of Vancouver, Canada, and I use a spiritual approach for helping you get out of your own way so you can align with your soul's purpose and passion. And I want to talk to you today about confidently speaking your spiritual truth. This is a huge challenge that I see with a lot of people who are very spiritual people, have a lot of strong points of view, but we don't always know that about you because you're not always vocal about them. So I want to give you 3 steps today that you can go out there, and I mean today, start really speaking your spiritual truth and creating a spiritual movement around your passions. So obviously we're shooting outside, you can see behind me, beautiful view. I live up here on the golf course, and when the golf course is closed right now, I'm able to walk the path and surround myself in nature, and that's one of my passions. And one of the things I've done, and I want to help you, is bring your passions into your marketing and promotion in a way that you're able to share your passions in the world in the most authentic way that is true to your soul. And I've brought a lot of nature into my marketing to express the truth of what really makes me connected to the universe. So here's what I found, is that awakening is really fun. Spirituality is really fun. And I personally love the awakening process, and I love helping people go through it as well because they feel so alive. I mean, when we explore and do an inner excavation in who we truly are, we connect with things like meditation and crystals and the universe and nature and self-care, and we connect deeper into the truth of who we are. And I think innately, it makes us feel alive to the degree that we want to share it with other people. And when we don't share it with other people because of fear, it seems to bottle up within us. And I see this happen with a lot of people where they're really passionate about something, but they're just not sharing it with the world. And that really blocks the flow, that blocks energy, it blocks money, it blocks love, it blocks relationships and happiness. And it's usually stemming from very similar fears that I had. Possibly you have a fear of rejection, a fear of abandonment, a fear of not feeling good enough, a fear of what other people will think of you. And the truth is this, when we do speak our truth, you may rock the boat, you may ruffle some feathers, and that's okay because not everyone is going to agree with your spiritual path. In fact, many people not only will not support you, but they'll actually be negative towards what you're doing. And that's okay because everyone has their viewpoints. What matters most is that you stand strong and confident in what you truly believe in. So I'm going to give you 3 steps so you can start to transition into this, and I'm going to share with you a way that I've found to do this that's really authentic. And it's important to me that I'm authentic to you and that I'm real to you. And so the way I found to do this is to not so much be a teacher. I mean, I'm definitely a spiritual seeker. I think that you're a spiritual seeker as well. And I'm a guide. And so a thing about being a spiritual guide is we're not always doing the teaching. Sometimes we come out in nature and we go on an excursion or we go on a sojourn and we explore the depth of the universe and who we are. And then we learn something about ourselves, and then we take that back and we share it with other people through online, social media, newsletters, videos, Facebook Lives. We just share what we learned about ourselves. So the most effective way that I've found to confidently speak my spiritual truth is not trying to get others to change or shaming others for what they believe or what they don't believe, but just authentically sharing how I'm waking up. And I promise you, it's the most liberating way, for me at least, to create a spiritual movement and really empower people that's totally true to who I am. So I'm not necessarily trying to change the world, I'm just changing my world and then inspiring others through the changes that they're seeing in me. So if you've fallen in love with anything to do about your spiritual process, the key to this is teaching people how you get back into vibrational alignment. So one of the ways I do is I come out into nature, I meditate, I take time to reflect, I journal, I read books, I listen to audiobooks, I listen to podcasts, I surround myself with other connected spiritual people or great leaders that are doing amazing things in the world. I explore who I am on a deeper level, and then I just bring that back and I share it. And so it kind of lets you off the hook from people judging you, because I honestly believe if you're just really passionate about your spiritual journey, other people will get excited for that. So don't worry about what other people are going to say about you. That's okay. It's their opinion. It's oftentimes just their stuff. And just go and express who you truly are in the world. That's what we need right now. So the 3 steps I want to give you are this, all right? I actually outline these on my blog. So if you're on my blog, you can see the 3 steps here. If you're not on my blog, just look at the description down below this video and you'll find a link that you can click on that. That'll take you right to my blog post. But the 3 steps are really simple. Number 1 is you have to figure out what you stand for and what you stand against. And this will help you cultivate your what's called your spiritual strong point of view. So maybe you stand for love. Maybe you stand for freedom. Maybe you stand for high vibrational foods. And maybe you stand against cruelty or judgment or separation. Or maybe you stand against companies like Monsanto and genetically modified foods. You know, what do you stand for? And then what do you stand against? And that creates a divide. And it creates a group of people who will love you, and it creates a group of people that just won't vibe with you, and you actually want to create a divide so you're not wishy-washy. If you're wishy-washy and you're neutral, you won't build a big audience. You've got to get strong in what you truly believe in. That's the first step. You can go through a few examples that I posted on my blog. The second step is you want to start to clear out any blocks that are stopping you from expressing your strong point of view. Because in most cases, it's going to be linked to a limiting belief, a childhood wound, some trauma you have that's out of a fear of what other people will think of you. So you want to process that and start to like clear it out. So you don't have to hold on to that. You want to hand that over to the universe. You don't need to hold on to it anymore. I give you some really simple questions to go through on the blog post that you can journal on to help open up and clear that energy. And then the third step is once you clear the energy, you want to open space. So you actually want to like open creative space for you to feel a new flow on how you're going to express yourself to the world. And the really cool thing about this whole process is you don't need to use force. You don't need to use willpower. You don't need to use discipline. All you need to do is to get into vibrational alignment. And the best way to do that is to open and create space and allow your imagination and your creativity to flow. You will raise your vibration up to a point where you have so much passion to share with the world that it just comes out of you. You can't contain it anymore. The fear is too small and the expression of your soul has gotten so much bigger that you've got to share it with the world, just like this video right now. So again, I outlined a few questions in the blog post to help you start to go through and start to open creative space and energy inside your life. So that's it for today's video. I want you to take action on the blog post and also like really sink into this and connect into your spiritual movement and what you truly believe in, because the world needs your voice and we need your passion. So thank you for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with all of your friends and we will see you on next week's video.